7 minutes late.
Yes. It's 7 minutes late, but give us those 7 minutes, please, because we're getting back in the swing of things.
I mean, you must.
To be honest.
Give them to us.
To be honest, we've never really hit the 8 o'clock mark ever in the history of this podcast.
No, I don't think so.
So we are back, episode 136.
Are we live? Hey, if you are listening to us live, give us a shout out. Make sure everything is working. That would be great.
Yeah, it would be great. I'm looking on Facebook to see.
It is. We're there. We're there. We're rocking and rolling.
I haven't got a notification.
Rocking and rolling. Down by the stream I'm going.
I don't remember the words.
But the seagulls.
Something.
I don't know.
Stop it now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
We tried to do a Snarf Yokia, that song once, and it was a disaster.
Yes, it was a disaster because it's a hard song to sing.
Yeah,
it's very hard. Just that alone, trying to even figure out the words, it was hard enough.
Well, we had the words up, though, but still.
Oh, that doesn't matter. You still have to be on beat, and it's...
I mean, that's not a problem for me. I live my life on beat.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm always a little off beat. Like, just with everything, I'm always missing the beat.
Maybe some people just have natural rhythm. Some people don't.
That's true.
It's probably like in your brain synapses.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. You know?
Anyway.
It's one of my favorite candy bars.
Wait,
have we ever done that?
Almond Joys?
Mounds.
Mounds don't.
I know.
Oh, okay.
That's one of my favorites. I'll eat an Almond Joy.
We have done top 10 candy bars. Yes, I believe we have done that.
Did we?
Long time ago.
Oh, man. Look back.
Yeah, check it out. Go back and look. We'll go back and look, too. If we haven't, it's a definite no-brainer.
I bet you I talked about Mounds.
I'm pretty confident we did. I remember talking about...
a
little-known Aero bar that I used to love as a kid, and it was like a minty chocolate bar with like little air pockets all inside.
A minty chocolate.
Yeah, minty.
A lot of people don't like the whole mint chocolate deal.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people. Every time I bring up a mint chocolate, a lot of people give me a disgusting look. Like Andy's candies, how do you feel about them?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what it...
Nope.
What?
Andy's candies?
Yeah, they come in a square, right? Not square, rectangular package.
Oh, Andy's mints?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've never heard anybody call them Andy's candies.
They're a candy. It's chocolate
literally
candy.
Nobody has ever referred to them as Andy's candies. Although...
that's what it is.
It's a great rhyming or whatever you call it.
I guess, I don't know. I've always called them Andy's candies.
They're called Andy's mints.
Oh.
Like A-N-D-I, right?
No, A-N-D-Y, but they do have pictures of the
It's
mountains.
not A-N-D-Y.
Yes, it is.
It's like A-N-D-I-E, I think.
Is it the... It goes off the Andy Mountains.
I mean, it's A-N-D-E-S. We're both wrong. It is probably based off the mountains, for sure.
It is. It's got pictures of mountains on the...
Yeah, I've never seen them in this form that I see online now, which is a giant chocolate bar.
Nope, that's not a thing.
I've only seen the minis. No, it's a thing. I'm looking at it.
I've only had the little mini ones. Anyway, that's a mint chocolate that I love.
You know what somebody mentioned to me the other day that is an option for eating?
Yes, it would be.
Was the you know that the bottom of a drumstick, they have like the bottom of the cone has a little piece of chocolate in it?
Yes.
They sell that in whole bags. Just the little piece of the cone with the chocolate in the bottom.
Are they nibs?
I don't know what they're
nibs?
called, but they make that. They make that as a snacking option.
Oh my gosh, I would love that.
Yeah. But you don't have the melted like ice cream on it, which is part of it.
It is.
And the cone's got to be a hair soggy, you know?
That's true. I thought the chocolate, though, inside the cone makes it not soggy at the end.
Well, but you know,
that
some of
hard
it drips down the outside.
Mine doesn't.
No?
No. To be honest, to be completely honest, I do not eat like ice cream enough.
I don't eat ice cream very much either. I'm not it makes my tummy hurt. Makes my tummy hurt.
Are you lactose intolerant?
I'm a little bit, yeah. Cheese doesn't bother me.
I'm not a big cold guy. I don't like cold things.
You don't like cold things? Well,
no. It's too cold. It hurts my teeth. I have sensitive teeth.
I have sensitive teeth to cold as well. I'm joining you in this. I can't eat popsicles.
No.
It's like my worst nightmare.
It is.
When I see somebody bite into a popsicle, I just look at them like, you animal.
Well, Amy eats ice. We'll just chomp on ice. and it physically hurts me to watch her.
I can chomp on ice. That doesn't bother me.
Then you have no sensitivity to cold. It's ice, Chris. You can't eat a popsicle, which is ice, but you can eat.
There's crunch to an ice cube, right? But a popsicle has that little bit of give where you're like, it's like a, you're like, your teeth are traveling through it, whereas an ice cube kind of pops and breaks.
I don't agree with you.
Well, I mean, you're clearly crazy then.
I think this is unbelievable. Is our live feed like going in and out?
I think it's our secondary internet connection.
Oh, you have a secondary internet connection.
Aren't you on? That's what it is. I'm 100% sure of that. So no, our live feed should not be going in and out.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll agree with you.
I will double check that, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Anyways, so this week, what do we got?
Well, just
You
jump
tell
right
me. I want you to tell me exactly what we're doing minute by minute.
Okay, minute by minute. We have a bunch of what we're watching because we're still playing a little bit of catch up.
Yes.
We're going to do a review of the movie Jungle Cruise.
We are.
Which we've both seen recently. We are going in and out our live feed a little. I don't know what I can do about that. It might just be our internet speed tonight. Hopefully it resolves itself.
We'll find out.
And we're going to talk about the best rides or best movies based on theme park rides.
At Disney, right?
Well,
isn't it Disney rides? Or?
I didn't look that close.
Oh,
I would assume. I can't imagine there's a lot of movies based on other theme park rides because at Universal Studios, all the rides are based off movies.
True.
I mean, really, Disney's the only one I can think of that has movies based off rides.
I mean, wouldn't you want a Raging Bull movie?
Yeah, absolutely. There was a Raging Bull movie, right? Isn't that a Robert De Niro movie?
Is it
Do you
Raging
think
Bull?
Do you think
That's what the ride is based off of?
Yeah, let's imagine a world that roller coaster is based off the movie Raging Bull with Robert De Niro.
As soon as I said it, you said Robert De Niro. I was like, oh yeah, that is a real movie, which is nothing like. I mean, how do you base a roller coaster off of
a box? Isn't he a boxer?
Yeah,
yeah. No, that's 100%. I'm sure of it now.
Okay, I believe you.
I'm really sorry that you guys are going to deal with this lagginess. I don't know. Jerry, talk a little bit. I'll see if maybe I can do something about it.
I'm gonna try. I don't know if it's gonna work.
I'm going to see if I can turn down our resolution.
Our resolution. Okay. Yeah, so I don't even think I'm recording on my GarageBand, which is weird. We were, but then it's cut out. Weird.
Yeah, I can't adjust that on the fly. So hopefully we just get a little better connection.
I have. It is a spring stretcher.
Oh,
it's weird to say that I have this as a spring stretcher, and maybe you might think it's a little silly, but to be honest, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, and it bothers me because I hate bugs at night. All right,
only at night?
Overall, yes.
Nighttime bugs, like daytime bugs, they're your friends.
They're not necessarily my friends, but they don't bother me as much because they're usually not around me and into my business. But my biggest spring stretcher right now, I would say during the summertime, is moths.
Moths?
Oh, what a
weird thing to...
Oh, what a stupid insect. Listen, if you are an insect that is just absolutely in love with light and you want to be all up in that light, right? Like you turn a light on at night or you have lights on in your house. You're sitting out on a nice patio that was just poured by Bradley Mail.
Yeah.
Today at my house.
You're sitting on it already? You got to let it cure.
No, I haven't sat on it. But if you're sitting out on the patio with some friends, you got some lights on, bugs are all up in your business right away. And moths are the number one thing hanging around your lights. If you are that in love with light, just come out during the day, man. You've got this bright, glowing ball.
It's funny that you bring this up because I literally had this conversation maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago with somebody else.
Okay.
Like just how dumb.
It is incredibly dumb for these insects to be so drawn to light that they wouldn't be out during the day.
Yeah.
You could live a wonderful life, Mr. Moth. What are you doing? Like you're depriving yourselves of things.
Plus there's less predators out there, right? No bats.
Absolutely. I mean, you ever seen a bat fly around in the midday?
Birds. I bet birds would take a moth or two.
Listen, Birds are going to get you regardless. Something's going to get you.
Yes, Nolan, our live stream is, I don't know why. I'm hoping that like it'll just resolve and let the algorithm can make the decision on what resolution to put out. Because if it just lowered the resolution a little, this wouldn't be an issue.
It really wouldn't.
But I can't do anything about that without stopping and restarting.
I don't know if we can do that.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Right. It's not a possibility at this moment.
But he did say he's watching Suicide Squad right now. Did that come out today?
Well, that was going to be part of my news. Thanks, Nolan.
Oh, he's always getting the news ahead of us.
Anyway, moths are the worst.
Yeah.
Any bug that comes out at night that wants to fly around a light, just change your sleep pattern.
And they eat your clothes. What is up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. And we've made balls to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Mothballs to get rid of them.
Which, is that a thing? Do those actually work?
I don't know if I've physically ever seen a mothball.
Really? I use them all the time. I put
For
them
what?
in all of our equipment and trucks and stuff to keep mice away, supposedly.
Does that work?
They say they don't like the smell, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm asking you, though, has it ever worked to keep mice away? Or are you getting mice in your vehicles and tractors?
I mean, I don't know if anything really works that well at getting mice away, but it seems to work decently. I don't know. Man, this is a really annoying situation we got going on, guys.
It really is. And I can't even record on GarageBand very well. Like, just immediately will not record us. It's a strange thing tonight on the old podcast for recording purposes. But we got the old Rode Procaster.
Yep, it's getting sent back tomorrow.
And it's recording just fine. So we have no issues with that. You will get an audio podcast on Monday, whether you watch us tonight or not. Since Nolan already ruined, part of my news, but James Gunn's Suicide Squad, the new one, it bumped its release date up just like one day. It was supposed to release Friday, August 6th, but it released at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, August 5th. So tonight, it came out on HBO Max streaming.
Well, that's a real bummer because I would want to watch that tonight, but I'm sure Marley would like to watch it as well, and she'll be asleep.
Yeah. Amy won't care. I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
As soon as I get home.
I mean, I would. I heard it's amazing, and
if Nolan
catching a little bit of flack because of how
Oh, really?
ridiculously gorily violent it is.
No kidding.
So
that intrigues me. I like that stuff.
Now, this isn't happening in the United States because we have a different rating system. So it is rated R in the United States. So that's 17 and over. So no issues there. The issue is in the UK where they don't have an R rating. They have a 15-year-old rating and 18-year-old rating.
A 15 and 18-year-old rating?
Yeah, so I think they got like 13, 15, 18. So they got like PG-13, and they have 15, which would be like a light R, and then an 18, which the equivalent for us would be like rated X.
Oh,
because
that seems extreme.
But I mean, it would be you have to be 18 or older to watch the movie. So it would have to have they don't basically nothing releases at 18 because it would kill it in the box office.
Right.
So the only movie that's ever really made money that's been released at 18 has been like 50 Shades of Grey. It's the highest earner for 18 rating in Britain.
And that's a silly movie.
I don't know. Never seen it.
I haven't either, but I'm just assuming it's silly. Sounds silly.
Yeah.
I know what it's about, but it's like one of those women books.
No interest to me.
Wait, in the United States, you have to be 17 to see rated R movies, right?
17, yes.
Yeah. That's a funny number. I don't understand that.
And I believe that the differentiation to the X rating in the United States is you have to still be 17, but you cannot come in with a guardian or an adult. So in a rated R movie, if you're under 17, you can go into that movie as long as you're with an adult.
At 17.
No, like a 15-year-old can go into a rated R movie with an adult.
Yeah. Yes.
A rated X movie, you have to be 17 or older. There's no exceptions. You can't bring your 13-year-old in.
Gotcha.
I believe that's the distinction.
When
there have been some X-rated movies, that were normal movies, but not very many.
Like what? Like Eyes Wide Shut?
I don't know. We could look it up.
I bet you it's an Eyes Wide Shut. Because seems like an X movie.
Dirk's with us. Spring Stretcher. Ooh la la.
Yeah, I talked about it. If you missed, I apologize. You'll just have to download the audio.
I know Midnight Cowboy, which was a movie from the 70s, I believe, with like John Voight.
Of course, it would be with John Voight.
That could be wrong.
That's Angelina Jolie's
1969. That movie came out, and I believe the premise of that movie is he is a male gigolo.
Cowboy of the Night.
Yeah. And so in the 60s, that was, super offensive, so that it got rated X, even though it didn't have like necessarily explicit, sex scenes or anything like that.
Just the name in and of itself was the explicit part.
Here's some other ones.
Deuce Bigelow.
These are non-pornographic movies. Medium Cool. I don't know anything about that.
Sounds medium bad.
Midnight Cowboy. Hey, it was John Voight and Dustin Hoffman.
Why you have that in your brain, I don't know.
I have everything in my... And we're going to find out if it works. And we're going to find out if it works. Hopefully it doesn't suck, and hopefully it works real good. And I say...
Hey there, live streamers. Are you watching? We have been waiting for you.
We are back.
I'm going to start a live stream right now on the Facebook television.
If you were following us on our last live stream, thanks for coming back.
Thank you for coming back.
If you logged in and out of our last live stream because it was super annoying, you're probably not coming back.
But I hope you do. I think we should do that the whole time. Just sing like an old country song. Really old, cheesy country song. I was talking about Brian K Vaughn before we left. He makes a comic book called Paper Girls, and it's filming real quick.
Apparently, I got nothing. I got nothing happening here.
I don't get it. I don't understand you.
I'm trying to see if it's working.
Are you working?
Can you see a new live stream?
Can you twerk it, baby girl? Are you working it now? On the live stream, it's not coming up on my feed.
Well, this is a little bit of something going on.
Real downer.
Yeah. Don't you just hate technical difficulties, Jerry? That's my spring stretcher for tonight.
I would agree. It's a terrible spring stretcher because it doesn't ever work. I have one that popped up, but I don't think it's the right feed. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe. Oh, this is the old one, I think. Yeah, you typed in there, going to try a new live stream.
Maybe it came back to the same spot.
I don't know.
It says live. It says we're live for 2 minutes.
Okay, well, we'll go with that. I'm going to continue one stream of thought, finally. Okay? Is that all right?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, Brian K Vaughn, Paper Girls, comic book, love it. They started filming an Amazon Prime TV show just this week in the Chicagoland area. I am very excited about it, and they are supposedly going to film not only in Chicago, but in the surrounding areas because they need the Midwest feel, and they need like small town feel, and they've been turning suburbs into Ohio because the comic book is based in Ohio. So they have like 80s type cars, like 1980s vintage cars, driving around suburbs where they're filming. And I think it's really neat. I love that comic book. So I'm super excited for the show. And do you know where I found this news, Christopher? Do you know who broke this news to me?
No, who?
Chuckload of Comics.
Really?
You know why? Because they got to go on set.
Oh my god!
And film things and take pictures.
How cool!
And watch them do stuff. It's amazing. Chuckload of Comics. If you don't know, you can check them out on YouTube. Chris and I have met him and his wife. Their names have escaped me, but Chuck and his wife, yeah. But they are fellow YouTubers and podcasters in the comic book world and entertainment world and are local. We've met them multiple times at Comic Cons. Really great people, and they broke the news. Apparently, he got access to the set because he was on the set. Looked pretty neat. So that's right. I just saw it today, actually. So I thought that was interesting. Is it working? No. Oh, my gosh. Well, now what? You're going to have to stop at some point because we have to have a podcast.
I know. I'm trying.
You're not. You're just devoting all of your time to this computer. And you're not devoting any time to me. Okay? Every time we record, you're supposed to devote your time and energy into paying attention to me and what I speak of. And
I think it came back on the same live stream. Hang on. Keep talking about something.
It's not going to work. This is going to be an incredibly boring podcast because I can't even talk about my news now. Listen to him. Look at it. Did. I just heard the suburbs thing. So it did come back on the same live stream.
Okay, well, it came back on the same live stream. It's still doing the goofy shit it was doing, but...
That's hard to watch.
What?
I mean, if it bounces in and out, I'm saying it's hard to watch.
Okay, well, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it, so...
No.
It's over.
Well,
so we're moving on, and...
Do you have some news?
I do. Speaking of Brian K Vaughn...
Okay, what about him?
Why the Last Man, the show that we've been looking forward to forever.
In like my favorite
comic book of all time. Our number one choice for new readers.
It is.
It got a release date. And it's pretty soon.
Really?
Yeah. September 13th, 2021.
Of this year?
No
way.
It is coming. I believe it's on...
FX, right? FXXX.
It's either FX or AMC. I can't remember.
I thought it was going to be an FX show. Like FXX.
FX on Hulu.
Yeah. What the crap? I just got rid of Hulu, Chris. Now I got to get Hulu again?
I think you can watch it on your YouTube
TV.
YouTube TV.
I tell you what, if you want a streaming platform for a TV, I'd tell everybody every day, go with YouTube. YouTube TV is where it's at. I had Hulu Live, and if I was ever gonna try to get some sort of promotional thing from a company, it wouldn't be Hulu.
No,
because their live stream is awful. It's horrendous. It constantly cuts out. I understand that I have lesser than quality internet than a lot of people, but it's usually enough to stream a TV show and my kids can be playing a video game and be on an iPad and it would always work. Like everything always works.
Yeah.
But as soon as I would go to Hulu Live, it would not function.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because it's a two-way street, right? It's your connection speed, but there's also the whole thing of their server speed.
Exactly.
So, and that's why I really believe like Netflix, I don't know how or where but they almost never have issues.
They never have an issue.
So but they're a huge company and they probably have tons of dedicated servers.
Well, I tell you what, YouTube must as well, because I very, very rarely ever have an issue watching any live TV off of YouTube. It's been wonderful.
Yeah.
And
that's Google, and them and Amazon own pretty much all the servers in the world.
Right. Well, that makes sense.
And Netflix, I believe, runs off Google servers, but I don't know that for sure.
It wouldn't be Amazon.
No
way.
I don't think it'd be
Amazon.
But Amazon is a big player these days.
Yes, it is.
My website, itrees.com, runs on Amazon.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Bezos.
We used to run on Rackspace.
Sounds like a real racket. Some underground market that you got in a back alley.
Anyway, you want some more? It hasn't stopped the video interrupting. I don't know why. There's nothing I can do about it.
Sorry.
I don't know. Maybe it's Facebook. Again, it's a two-way street.
It could be their servers. Just not supporting us.
Hey, go over and try YouTube.
I guess I could do that. That's a good idea. Let me do that. Continue.
All right. Vic says,
Vic will fix it.
My kid has been in school for 3 weeks already. No mask. I love Phoenix schools.
But wait, they've been in school for 3 weeks already?
That's crazy. I mean,
That's like July. That's early July.
yeah,
I don't understand.
mid-July. Anyway,
Well, I mean, we're on August 5th right now.
unfortunately, that isn't going to be the case here. So,
That's not going to be the case here.
anyway, Bad Batch, renewed, season 2, coming.
Okay.
Apparently, Disney likey what it see.
Likey what it sees.
I did grow to like Bad Batch towards the end of the first season. I wasn't as crazy about it as some of the other animated Star Wars stuff, but
Okay.
I felt like it was a solid offering.
I have not watched more than 3 episodes so far.
But
Maybe-
it will launch in 2022. It'll be back.
Do you feel like I should watch the rest of it?
I think there's enough that is going to relate to future Star Wars movies and TV shows that I think it would be a good idea. Again, they're kind of doing the thing where this is going to be
It ties into the next thing.
tie-ins. Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of Easter eggs. So yeah, it's probably worth a watch for a Star Wars fan. Would I tell the outside world that isn't necessarily a Star Wars fan to come in on this? No.
Okay. That makes sense. It didn't catch my attention the first couple to 3 episodes.
Right.
The 3rd episode I do remember enjoying a lot better than the first 2, but again, I just kind of forgot about it, and there were so many other things for me to watch that I didn't go back, but now maybe I should. We are doing the same thing on YouTube, but I don't feel like it's as severe. But it is way behind where we are at right now.
Yeah.
But I think you could get a better viewing experience on YouTube, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, go to youtube.com/snarfcomics
Yes.
and check it out there.
Or Snarf Talk Podcast. That's what we're listed as.
Snarf Talk Podcast, but it's youtube.com/snarfcomic, and it should pop up the very first thing, episode 136, and you should be better over there.
It is every once in a while it'll pause, but it keeps going pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I think it is better than Facebook. Okay.
I agree. So it's got to be something more on the Facebook end because it is way better on YouTube.
It seems to be running more consistently.
Yep. So that's where I would go if I was a human being.
But you're not, so you're here with me.
Anyway, I got one more piece of news.
I also have one more, so go ahead.
No, go ahead. I've done 2 in a row.
Okay. I will do my last one. And our good friend, very close friend of the show, and somebody that we look up to, Mr. Kevin Smith, has created a show called He-Man.
Yeah, and the Masters of the Universe.
Right, but it's He-Man Revelations.
I think it's called Masters of the Universe Revelations.
People are really mad at him for this show.
Apparently, so I watched the first 2 episodes,
Oh, you did?
and then I stopped because I wanted to watch it with Cash.
Okay.
Because I'm like, this would be a good show to watch with like a 8 to 10-year-old boy.
Well, I'm going to spoil some of it. I mean, not for you.
Did you watch it?
No, but I know about it. I've watched reviews and I know about everything that's happened.
Okay, I will just say before you get into this, I'm aware of the criticism, and maybe I haven't gotten far enough in the show, but I heard specific criticism. Maybe I've seen the first 3 about the first 3 episodes,
Yeah.
and they didn't jive with what I watched. The criticism.
But they do. You just didn't care about it. The biggest thing that people care,
Maybe.
the biggest thing that people are caring about right now is that they claim he basically lied to everybody about this show
Yes.
because he's called it He-Man, Masters of the Universe, Revelations. And he's talked about it's going to be something all He-Man like purists will love, and they want. This is what